Hey everybody, it's Mike with InflatableBoarder, and today I'm reviewing the Gili Komodo 10.6 Cruiser. The Komodo 10.6 is a cruiser-style inflatable paddleboard built with versatility in mind. It has a wider size and shape to make it very stable, and the full-length deck pad make the Komodo 10.6 a great choice for paddling with pets, passengers, and even doing some SUP yoga. The Komodo 10.6 uses Gili's standard inflatable paddleboard construction with a 6-inch thick knitted drop stitch core, a dual layer fusion PVC shell for the deck and hull of the board, and a dual layer glued rail system that uses an inner rail band, an outer rail band to cover that, and then 2 seam reinforcement strips on the top and bottom edges of that outer rail band to provide even more durability. Once construction is complete and all the features are added to the Komodo 10.6, it clocks in at just 21 pounds, and it has a maximum recommended inflation pressure of 15 psi. In our bin test, we inflated the Komodo 10.6 to 15 psi and placed 170 pounds of weight on the standing area to measure how far it bends. At this relatively low maximum pressure, the Komodo did extremely well, bending just under 1.4 inches. On the water, I couldn't feel any bending or flexing while standing and paddling normally on the board. I also didn't notice any significant flex while paddling hard during our sprint test, though bouncing on the board does produce a moderate amount of flex with a soft rebound feeling once you stop. Cruiser-style paddleboards like the Komodo 10.6 are designed to be a little bit wider, a little more stable, and a little bit more comfortable overall compared to a standard all-around paddleboard. The Komodo 10.6 is 10.5 feet long, 33 inches wide, and 6 inches thick. It has a maximum recommended capacity of 340 pounds, and with a broad nose and wide tail combined with its rigid construction, it makes the Komodo 10.6 very stable feeling on the water. I didn't feel any rolling or twitching while using the Komodo 10.6, and holding an edge and rocking the board back and forth was super comfortable and easy. The shape, stability, rigidity, and full-length deck pad make this cruiser great for the casual SUP yoga enthusiast. The wide tail makes the Komodo feel consistently stable as you move around on the board, and the high traction deck pad feels good on bare feet, shoes, and even on your hands. The Komodo Cruiser is meant for casual paddling, but it does have a moderately good top speed and decent cruising capabilities as well. In our sprinting speed tests, I was able to maintain an average sprinting speed of 5.1 miles per hour, and I reached a peak speed of 5.4 miles per hour. There was a small amount of flex while sprinting, but only when I was really looking for it. The biggest slowdown for the Komodo 10.6 during our sprint test was actually just the heavier paddle and larger blade that came with it. And while its top speed wasn't anything to write home about, it is very comfortable to cruise around at a more casual pace. At about 25 strokes per minute, the Komodo 10.6 does a very good job of traveling around 3.4 miles per hour on average, and it feels very easy to move across the water. While paddling at this slower pace, the Komodo 10.6 travels about 18 feet between paddle strokes before it begins to slow down. That gives it a gliding ratio of about 1.7 board lengths per stroke, which is on the high side for cruiser-style paddleboards. And while it's neither a sprinting nor long-distance specialty board, the Komodo 10.6 Cruiser is very comfortable to paddle for several hours at a time. The Komodo 10.6 has a 2+1 fin setup and comes with a larger touring-style fin for the center fin box. This is a little bit different compared to most cruiser-style inflatable paddleboards, and it does lean the Komodo 10.6 more towards tracking performance than it does maneuverability. In our maneuverability stress test, we found that the Komodo 10.6 needed almost 9 forward sweep strokes in order to complete a full 360-degree turn from a standstill, but it can make the same turn in reverse with just 4 reverse sweep strokes. This is a larger turning radius than most other cruiser-style iSUPs we've tested, including the iRocker Cruiser Ultra that uses a twin 9-inch fin setup. However, when we look at the tracking performance for the Komodo 10.6, we did find that it did very well for this category of paddleboard. In our tracking stress test, we paddle towards a distant target and take 10 paddle strokes on a single side and measure the difference between our original course and our new course after that 10th paddle stroke. The Komodo 10.6 did very well with an average deviation of just 16 degrees off course. This is notably less than what we typically expect for a cruiser-style iSUP. Now, while the Komodo 10.6 does favor tracking over maneuverability, I still found it fairly easy to turn the Komodo whenever I wanted to, as long as it was just in smaller increments up to about 90 degrees. Of course, with the Komodo's stability, it's also a great board to practice your pivot turns. So if you step to the tail of the board and lift the nose, you can spin the Komodo very easily in just a couple of paddle strokes. The Gili Komodo 10.6 is designed to be super versatile and allow you to do just about anything you can think of while you're on the water. The large cargo area on the front of the board can easily accommodate extra large dry bags, while the smaller cargo area at the rear is better suited to smaller items like shoes and water bottles. There are 19 total D-rings on the Komodo 10.6, including the nose anchor D-ring under the board and the leash D-ring on the tail. The Komodo 10.6 is compatible with kayak seats and shoulder carrying straps, and it also features a Velcro paddle holder. There are 2 sets of passenger handles, 3 carrying handles, and 3 threaded accessory mounts available for cameras, fishing rod holders, and more. One of the biggest, literally biggest things on the Komodo 10.6 is its deck pad. The full-length deck pad stretches from the nose to the tail and offers excellent traction throughout that entire length. This makes it a great option for paddling with a passenger or pet, or using the Komodo for some SUP yoga. Under the board, there are 3 flip-lock style fin boxes for easy, tool-less fin installation and removal. The Komodo 10.6 comes as a complete paddleboard package with just about everything you need to get on the water except for a PFD. Along with the board, you get 3 fins, a coiled ankle leash, repair kit, a double-action hand pump, 3-piece paddle, and a padded carrying backpack to keep everything organized and easy to transport. The Komodo 10.6 comes standard with Gili's 3-piece fiberglass and nylon hybrid paddle. This paddle uses a fiberglass shaft, a fiberglass handle section, and it has a texture embossed plastic grip. It does have a height scale on the back of the handle section, but it doesn't have any indexing, so each time you adjust the length using the compression collar, you're going to want to make sure that the grip is properly aligned with the blade. The blade is made with a fiber reinforced nylon material, and it does have a large teardrop shape. Overall, this paddle is a little bit hefty at 34 ounces. However, Gili does offer you the opportunity to purchase their full carbon fiber paddle at an extreme discount when you purchase the Komodo 10.6. This paddle is significantly lighter and more rigid. It makes for a more comfortable paddling experience if you are on the water for a longer period of time. Both the full carbon fiber and the fiberglass and nylon hybrid paddles are capable of accepting a second paddle blade if you do want to sit down and use the Komodo 10.6 like a kayak. Overall, the Gili Komodo 10.6 is a fantastic cruiser-style inflatable paddleboard for anybody who wants a board with a little bit more stability. It's great for beginner paddlers, anyone who wants a versatile and high-value paddleboard kit, paddling with kids or pets, and of course the SUP yoga enthusiast who wants more than just a dedicated SUP yoga paddleboard. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I've answered all of your questions about the Gili Komodo 10.6. If I've missed something or you do have additional questions, please let us know in the comments below. If you liked this video and found it useful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future video content. In the video description, you can find a link to our full written review for the Komodo 10.6, as well as all of Gili's other paddleboards and dozens more at InflatableBoarder.com. If you are interested in purchasing the Gili Komodo 10.6, we'd appreciate it if you'd use the link in our video description. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help support our YouTube channel and bring you more SUP content. Thanks for watching. Don't forget your PFD, and happy paddling.